another called Friday for protests. She's orchestrating the demonstrators via cell phone. The 16-year-old Emma Fuchs is one of the nationwide activists of Friday for Future. Emma and the other organizers brought together 70,000 people on the streets to demand climate justice. Most protesters are young and angry.
I feel totally unfairly treated by those who caused the climate crisis and by those who could do something about it but don't act. And this is the issue that we want to highlight today and appeal once again to politicians to get a fair climate policy.
There's a powerful sense that things begin to change here.
I'm here for peace. I'm here for the planet. I'm here to save our human children. Doing this for future generations and my own generation. Watch them. This is what non-violent direct action is.
Yuri, a 17-year-old member of Extinction Rebellion, is ready to go above and beyond for the cause. Extinction Rebellion is known to be more radical. Yuri is responsible for mediating between the police and his fellow protesters of Extinction Rebellion.
What I would like to see more during our action is that they are more often directly addressed to politics. So maybe a little less of just blocking cars and more of gluing oneself to the Bundestag or chaining oneself to the Chancellor's office. That would be cool. How far would I go in protesting? I think the most extreme thing I've done so far is to go into a coal mine where we went through police chains. I can imagine that if it goes on like this for 40 years and we are on the verge of complete collapse, that I would understand if someone threw a bomb into the Bundestag. I would understand it today.
The radical methods of Yuri stand in stark contrast to the privileged and calm neighborhood of Steglitz, where Emma grew up.
I don't like the way Extinction Rebellion deals with the police, or the way they handle newcomers who are let loose on their blockades, and that it's seen as something totally normal to sit on a blockade and let the police carry you away. At Fridays for Future, this is unthinkable.
Despite their disagreements, the preparation for the global climate strike has brought everyone together under one umbrella. Emma is inside, organizing the protest, while Yuri walks outside to spread the message. While the youth is rising up, politicians are not ready to wake up anytime soon.
Last year was full of ups and downs. You always have mixed feelings. Especially when there is a strike with a lot of people, you are overwhelmed by the number of protesters. On the other hand, it is incredibly sad that this is still necessary. A prime example is the 20th of September. We were 270,000 people in Berlin. We heard these numbers and were totally happy that we got so many people on the street, people from all layers of society. At the same time, the German government presented the so-called climate package. I heard the numbers and what had been passed, and I was like, okay.
Since politicians didn't act, the students have decided to stop striking.
I think it's good that they are so realistic and just say, hey, we're going to overturn the whole strategy because it doesn't work. But it's still super sad to see that we've been standing on the street for a year now and it didn't work.
School striking and mobile phones were enough to impress the media. not to change the system. After 1 year of striking, these young activists clearly need a new fire to light up their movement. Otherwise, it will slowly burn down to become another victim of the beast named capitalism.